This is WSB Television, Channel 2 in Atlanta. And this is Action News with John Pruitt and Monica Kaufman, Jim Biondi on sports, and Johnny Beckman with the weather.
Good evening. Those April showers came a few days early this year, and when it rained, it poured, especially in North Georgia. Some areas of the state saw their worst flooding in more than a generation. Dennis Kauf is standing by with a live action camera with this report on the last 2 days of rain and flooding. Dennis? And Monica, Georgia was not the only state inundated with heavy thunder showers. Almost 5 feet of water filled low-lying areas in Alabama. 1,600 residents of Calera, that's near Birmingham, were really up to their knees in water. Some residents were stranded in the downtown area because the water rose so quickly and caught them by surprise. Some businesses were heavily damaged. Losses are estimated in the thousands. The National Guard has offered help, and residents say if there's more rain, they'll need it. Richard Sprague changed his mind today about remaining the chief counsel for the House Assassinations Committee. He resigned, and then the House voted to extend the Assassinations Committee for 2 more years. Committee Chairman Louis Stokes said the approval came because Sprague had resigned. The committee is investigating the deaths of Drs. Martin Luther King Jr. and President John F. Kennedy. Also on Capitol Hill today, Georgia Congressman Larry McDonald denied charges that he purchased and stockpiled weapons. The charges came in an article in the Atlanta Constitution, which said McDonald apparently violated federal firearms laws. McDonald told our Washington Bureau Chief Andy Castles the newspaper has gone too far. Mayor Jackson took a hardline stance on the 2-day-old walkout by city blue-collar workers today. The mayor said that the strikers have to return to work by Friday or lose their jobs. Atlanta homicide detectives are investigating 2 separate murders. A Marietta woman, 52-year-old Shirley June Sharrockman, was found dead at 1938 Peachtree Street Northeast. She had been shot in the face. Police say the woman's employer discovered the body when he returned to the office shortly after noon. Detectives say they have no leads in the case at this time. Monica, Governor Busby signed a couple of important bills into law today. One of the measures could save Georgians $10 million a year in prescription drug costs. The bill allows pharmacists to substitute generic drugs for the same but more expensive name brand drugs. Although the bill has not worked well in other states, Governor Busby says this bill is flexible enough to satisfy the critics. If for some reason a doctor does not want a pharmacist to make a substitution, he can indicate that on the prescription form. The bill is supported by the State Medical Association and by pharmacists. The governor also signed a bill which puts some restrictions on bingo operations. Now, the law requires that all bingo operators be licensed by the state, and nonprofit groups are prohibited from renting bingo halls by the night from private companies. Busby says the law is designed to prevent legalized bingo from becoming legalized gambling. Well, the Flames are in the playoffs, but the question, will they get home ice? How are they doing?
Well, they've got to win. Simple as that. They got to win the rest of the way out, or they're not going to get home ice, and having never won a playoff game, you know, that's kind of important. Sure, it would help. Big help.